Hi there! If you're new to the channel, welcome! I'm Anjuli and that is my dog Sadie, and together we are roaming the UK in our 1992 campervan Jezebel. Good morning! So, had a bit of a lie-in after last night's firewalk. Didn't get up till 10, so I missed the 9 o'clock talk that I was planning to go to. However, it probably wouldn't have been on because it was outside and it has been raining since about 5 AM and it's windy, very windy. I had to take the awning down at about 7 o'clock. I had to go out, take the awning down because it was just, the wind was catching it, it was flying in the air, putting the guys out of the ground, and yeah, basically my hammock is soaking, the chair that was stored under my awning also soaking. Yeah, not fun at all. So it's all wet and it's going to not stop, so it's going to be wet all days, all weekend. So I'm not going to use my hammock, I'm just going to have a very wet hammock that's going to sit out there until I have to leave. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do most of the day. The things I want to go on are all outside things, so I'm not going to sit in the like sideways wind for any talk or any workshop. I do have one booked in at 3 o'clock and that's inside, so I will be going to that. So the plan for today is just to mooch around really. I'm going to take Sadie out for a nice walk. There's some woodlands and that, so I might just go on a bit of an explore with her, and then yeah, hang out in the van until 3 o'clock and go to my workshop, and then see what it's like later on, because there's another one that I was thinking of going to later on today, but if it's just going to be cold and miserable, I'm not going to sit outside and listen to any talks, because that'll be horrible. Oh, sad times. So yeah, all of the nice dresses I bought with me and everything have gone back into their bags because it's a waterproof trousers and hoodie type of day. So yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and then make a move outside, take Sadie for a walk. I'm back in the van. I've done a couple of workshops. I did one on visual boards, so sort of visualizing what you want and then putting it on paper or digitally. It's quite interesting. I've got a lot to think about with that one. And then I went to a talk just because it was on in between the two workshops I was doing. And so I've just finished a watercolours workshop, which was good. I've not worked with watercolours before. I do a lot of work with acrylics. So it was interesting to use a new medium, and definitely something I'd like to continue practicing. And I made a pretty picture, as you would have seen in the video. So now I'm gonna sit in the van because it's still raining, and I'm gonna do some work because that's another reason why I have the van, is so that I can work remotely. So I'm doing a course on English as a foreign language, so I'm going to crack on with a couple of units of the grammar course. Good morning, it is Sunday and it's the last day of the festival. I'm off to listen to a couple of talks today. They're over on the main stage. The rain has finally stopped, though there is scheduled some more this afternoon. Typically it started being sunny after I'd put all of my slightly damp / super wet stuff away in the boot, ready to take home. So that's not going to get any lovely sunshine drying it out. Irritating, but what can you do? Yeah, I've got a couple of talks to go to today, and then gonna head back to Nottingham, back to home base. Everything's sort of tidied up in the van, though it doesn't look like it to look behind me. And yeah, we'll be ready to go after the talks around 3 o'clock. Sadie's gone out for a walk already, and yeah, we're just sort of getting ready for all things end festival. I didn't go to the neon rave last night. I know I said at the beginning I was going to go to it, but it was so wet last night that I just didn't want to get dressed up in something and then have to walk all the way to the marquee, which is like a 10-minute walk through the fields and the mud, to go dance for a few hours. I just didn't have it in me, so I went to bed instead, like a sensible grown-up. Yeah, it was nice because I got a nice rest and I was up 7 o'clock nice and early, and I could get on with doing the bits to get ready to leave, so I wasn't rushing around before the talk that I want to go to, which starts in half an hour. But yeah, it's been a really lovely weekend. I'll do a round up when I'm back before I leave, basically. Things I liked, and constructive criticisms, everything I say is to do with wanting a better festival for all. I have worked in some with some of the biggest events and shows in the board game industry over the last 5 years, so I do know what I'm talking about. And I've helped organise shows for 60,000 people, so anything I say is said with love. I will say though that it's been a really lovely experience to be here. Sometimes it's been quite emotional, which I wasn't expecting. I'm a bit of a lone wolf, as it were. I spend a lot of time on my own. I live by myself. I don't go out a lot, and to be around a lot of people all the time is quite overwhelming for me. So I spend a lot of my time indoors on my own, or with Sadie, obviously. So it was really nice to be in a sort of environment with other women who were kind and supportive, and if things did get too much and I got overwhelmed, like, there was support there. There wasn't any judgment, and that was a really nice experience for me. It's not one that I'm used to, coming from a very male, testosterone driven industry. Having an opinion, having feelings and things like that made me a target rather than someone to listen to. So it's been quite nice to be in that sort of environment. So yeah, it's been really good, and I'm glad that I was able to come to this one, and thank Lix for letting me come along and volunteer for this for free, which was even better, because I wouldn't have been able to afford even the volunteer ticket. So a big thank you to her and to the rest of the area leaders and to Olivia for organising this event. It's been one of the more lovely events that I've been to. And yeah, I'll do a roundup at the end of pros and cons and things to change. Maybe, possibly, I don't know if anyone will watch this from the festival, but everything's said with love. Yeah, if you have enjoyed this video and my other videos, please do, like and comment below, because, that's good for me. I like to see that people like it, and I like to talk to people. So if you have any questions or you have any thoughts or anything, please do pop them below. I do answer all my comments, unless you're nasty, and then you just get blocked. Can't be dealing with you. And yeah, do subscribe to the channel. If you have enjoyed this content and other things I'm doing. I'm not sure what my next video is going to be, because I was meant to be at another set of festivals, but due to some issues I'm not going to go into because that's rude, I will no longer be at those ones. They didn't feel like the right environment for me in the end. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I had planned all these plans for the next few weeks, and now I don't have anything to do, so I'm going to have to do some looking and see where I can go with Sadie, do some more wild camps, I think, try and find some more swimming spots and a little bit of an explore about. Yeah. So, just about to leave. We're all packed down, ready to go. And yeah, so this is my part where I just say a couple of things about the festival. One, I think it's an amazing idea. I think it's wonderful to get so many women together celebrating ourselves and other women. I think, especially from the careers that I've been in, it's all very male orientated, and you feel like you have to squish yourself into a box that means that you don't cause any trouble. Shut up, sit down, be quiet, don't be a nag, don't be a bitch, just do as you're told. And it was quite nice to be able to talk with other women who are just tired of that, just fatigued with the whole idea of having to live in someone else's box. And yeah, it's been a really great festival. My only niggly bits, and they're literally just like real small things, not even really about the festival at all, but things like the toilets. There's never enough toilets, but there's 600 women here and there's like 4 toilets, so more toilets please. And especially, I don't know, for next year, like toilets that are for the volunteers would be lovely, because it's a long old walk across the field for the volunteers to go to the toilet, and it's no fun. It's no fun at all, especially when it's raining. So yeah, a volunteer only toilet in the volunteer area would be amazing for next year. And I don't know, more tents, more of the yurts. I know, like, you got 5 workshops, and that works fine providing the weather plays, is being sunny or warm and dry at least. But when it rains, it becomes a whole big mess. Like, more yurts would be better. There's so much empty space that could be utilised with just more, even if it's just more empty space where people can go undercover. If you've come in a tiny little tent, somewhere that's communal where you can sit and be dry, rather than having to run back to your tent, or like me, run back to my van where I am here on my own. Dry communal space, not necessarily where there's like anyone facilitating anything in there, but just where you can bring a blanket and just sit, even if you just sit on your own but with other people alone. That's fine. That's my only niggly bits, which has been really good, because usually at the end of a festival I've got loads of little niggly bits. So just toilets and some more space for if it rains. But all in all, a good festival. Loads of different things on, loads of different workshops, loads of different talks. I wish that more of the things were free. I know for me it's not an issue, because I got my ticket here for free, but I don't have any money, so I couldn't you know, I couldn't buy anything, I couldn't go to any of the stores, I couldn't participate in a lot of the workshops because the pricing was so massive. So I would like to see more, like, you know, if people have to pay, you know, rather than saying it's a £35 course, say it's a £5 course and then run it multiple times, then not only will more people experience it, but you'll get the same money in. Yes, you have to repeat the class maybe or the workshop a few times, but you'll have helped more people. More people will have come to your classes because of the price, and you know, if you're there to actually promote your business or something, then more people will have heard of you. So that's, yeah, I would like to see more things that are available to those of us who maybe are not flush with cash and still want to experience the whole festival, not just the free bits of the festival. So yeah, that's my only other thing. I guess so. I did have something else, but all in all, it's been a really lovely festival. People are really lovely. The you know, this field near Belvoir Castle, known as the Ladies' Field, you know, it's perfect. It's, you know, gorgeous lake on one side, castle on the other side, just fantastic. Now I have to try and get out of a field that was very dry when we arrived and now is very, very muddy. So if everyone keep fingers crossed, it just doesn't get stuck on the way out. But yes, thank you very much everyone for watching. Please, as always, like, subscribe, comment, all of those wonderful things, because they do really help me, and they help me be seen by others as well. So whenever you know, like the comment or share, whether you like or comment, it helps boost me up in the ratings. And then if you share it as well, that would be awesome. You know, I'd like to think that I can reach more people than I'm currently reaching, but though I'm grateful for every single one of you. Thank you very much everyone who continues to watch my videos. I really appreciate that. But yes, I will be off now, going on to home. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye.